Hello guys, it's January the 15th. We've had a cold spell come in. I think the high today was 20. Low this morning's around 5 degrees, I think, and I think tomorrow's gonna be about the same. It's really not supposed to get above freezing pretty much all week. These are the weanlings and yearlings behind me in that brushy field, and I fed them a little bit of alfalfa hay to give them a little extra since it's a little cold today. And the hay I'm feeding it's just pasture hay. It's not great quality hay, so give them a little extra today. I fed them 8 bales, small square bales, and there's 40 head total in here. And I'm gonna set out some round bales as well. So we had to jump start both our tractors today, but at least they started. So kind of to give you an idea of how we manage things as far as time, I get one day off during the week, and I usually spend that day feeding hay at the farms, and then usually on the weekend as well, at least one day on the weekend. So today's Monday the 15th of January, so I'm gonna try to set out enough hay to hopefully last at least 3 to 4 days, and then I'll probably have to come back out maybe during lunch or after work one day toward the end of the week and feed, and then possibly again on the weekend. I haven't had time to set out my bale grazing here yet, but I do have some wagons, so I'm basically loading hay on the wagon, driving out in the pasture, setting out 3 or 4 days worth of hay. So I get the same effect as if I was bale grazing, but I haven't had the hay preset out yet, and I may not get to it. I'll just have to see what happens. But again, I still have the same effect. Right now the ground's frozen, which is kind of nice because I don't have to worry about muddying up the fields. And that's the biggest downside to setting out hay the way that I'm talking about, is that you end up muddying up the fields or tracking up the fields if the ground's wet. But I'll kind of show you what the fall calvers look like. I'll feed them. I'm going to feed the bulls a little bit of square bales as well, just like I think there's 9 bulls, anywhere from weanling to mature. I'll probably give them 3 square bales just to have a little extra. All right, we're all loaded up, ready to go. The roll on the front's for the bulls, 8 on the wagon are for the cow-calf pairs. All right, so we're feeding hay on the back of this field. All this orange stuff is broom sage. It's an indicator of very poor fertility, so we're trying to bring in fertility with hay. So they're not gonna eat some of this hay, and they're gonna lay down a lot of manure and feces and urine, and we're trying to rebuild this pasture by feeding hay on it. I'll walk you through where we've been feeding. I just set out these rolls, so here you can see there's already a lot of manure been laid down. Walk this direction again. Ground's frozen right now. Those are cow pats. It's hard to tell, but there's a lot of manure. This is Honey. This is basically a pet cow. Eli's raised her as a bottle calf. She's really friendly. This is hay they were just fed a couple days ago. They actually didn't eat all of it, so there's still some hay left there. So again, we're gonna try to cover all this area with scattered hay that they don't eat, and manure and urine, and see if we can improve this pasture. In the ideal world, I'd set out all this hay ahead of time, but we just weren't able to do that because just haven't had time. Not to say that I won't at some point this winter. It's just going to depend on the weather and how things are going and how much time we have. But again, I'll keep showing videos of what this looks like and how it looks next year, after it's had a chance to grow in the spring.